The Anaheim Ducks are yet another NHL team that look to be very much on the rise. And the best part about it, if you are a Ducks fan, is that you not only have quite a few young and talented players in the system and on the roster, but you also have a team that currently sits in a playoff spot as we near the end of January and have some solid veterans in the lineup who are contributing nicely as well. In addition, the Ducks' top prospect at this point, a kid who did play in 9 NHL games this season and put up 3 points, is continuing to develop on a variety of teams this season, and will be a huge add once he becomes a regular in the Anaheim lineup likely next year. This of course being center Mason McTavish, who was taken in the first round 3rd overall by the Ducks in the 2021 NHL Entry Draft. He was actually born in Switzerland but also has Canadian nationality, and will be a key member of the Team Canada Olympic lineup in just a few weeks. McTavish was the second center taken in the draft and will eventually slot in nicely either in front of or behind current Ducks stud rookie Trevor Zegras in a matter of time. Before we go into the early career of McTavish, please consider hitting like and subscribe, and as always, your support is greatly appreciated. McTavish spent the 2019-20 season playing in the OHL for the Peterborough Petes and had a very strong rookie season. His 29-goal, 42-point season was the second best among all U17 players, behind only Shane Wright, who is the frontrunner to go number 1 overall in the 2022 draft. The next season, McTavish's draft year, he wasn't able to play in the OHL because the season didn't happen, so he ended up playing a handful of games overseas in the Swiss League for EHC Olten. Despite playing in just 13 games, he made the most of his opportunities, scoring 9 goals and 11 points in those games. McTavish also showed out in the U18 tournament for Team Canada, where he was the captain, and where he would put up 11 points in 7 games, bested only by phenoms Matvei Michkov, Shane Wright, and Connor Bedard, as well as Jets prospect Nikita Shibrikov. His performances last season were strong enough to make him the 3rd overall pick, and this year, McTavish has already played for 5 different teams, soon to be 6, in 3 leagues and 2 different tournaments. He scored his first NHL goal and saw action in 9 NHL games. He also played in 3 games for the AHL farm team, the San Diego Gulls, put up 7 points in 5 games for Peterborough before getting traded to the Hamilton Bulldogs. He has 7 points in 3 games so far with Hamilton, and he also had 5 points in 2 games with Team Canada at the World Juniors before they were shut down. And he will now head to Beijing to represent Canada yet again at the 2022 Olympics, and will likely be one of the biggest names for Team Canada, besides number 1 overall pick Owen Power, who will also be there. It is certainly not easy going from team to team, having to prove yourself over and over again and impress new coaches and teammates all the time. But it seems like so far Mason McTavish is embracing that challenge and is currently passing it with flying colors. I can admit that at the time of the draft last year, I did not know a whole lot about McTavish, but he has really caught my eye this year at so many different levels of hockey, and still at just 18 years old, turning 19 later this month, he has shown maturity and poise as a young professional. It is easy to tell that this guy has improved quite a bit in the last year or so, and since he was a rookie in the OHL. McTavish is a guy that looks like a complete 200-foot player. I see a lot of a guy like Jamie Benn in him when I watch him play. He can provide toughness, a defensive game, and combines it with a great offensive skill set as well. Another NHL scout likened him to Ryan O'Reilly for a comparison, which I can really see as well. This is what would get me excited if I were a Ducks fan, complementing a talent, finesse player like Trevor Zegras with a guy like McTavish who can get it done all over the ice. That definitely looks like a potential winning combination down the line, no doubt about it. This year and throughout his early hockey career, he has shown a fantastic shooting ability, coupled with a set of great hands, defensive responsibility, and physicality. I think McTavish at his peak could eventually become a 65-70 point type of guy, and maybe have a season or 2 where he gets close to a point per game. Very similar to the career point totals of a Ryan O'Reilly. Make sure to let me know down in the comments what you think about Mason McTavish and what kind of a career you think he could have. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.